think that gratitude can also apply to fear and doubt and feelings like that?
100%. 100%. Biggest example in my life is in 2012, my dad was killed in a plane crash. And to move forward from that, where do you go? When you're having dinner with him the night before, next morning, gone. So gratitude, that's why one of the things up there for me, that's why it's so strong, is because I've still got to be grateful for my mum and for my brother. You know, the fact that we lost someone so close to us is painful. The fact that we've still got people around us, I'm grateful. So fears, doubts, anxieties, all those things that are trying to rob me, and it's a daily thing, like I said today, constantly trying to rob me, I've got to think of, what do I have? What do I still have? Yeah.
Has that made you stronger?
Don't know if stronger is the word. I don't really have a word to put in there. I mean, when you're forced into a situation, you've got to respond in the best way possible, and I am the outcome of that. Maybe that's strength. Not sure.
One from the Twitterverse. What's your morning ritual?
Nice. Is that anyone here? Did anyone tweet that here? Or is it? So good.
What is your morning ritual?
Cool. It's constantly changing. So that book I mentioned, The Miracle Morning, there's 6 things in there. For the last couple of years, I was doing about maybe half of those, thanks to the mentor that speaks into my world. Currently, big one's the alarm clock across the other side. This isn't the rituals, this is just the pre-ritual. Actually, I'll go one step further, I forget about this one. The way you go to bed, okay? Who works till 11, sometimes 12, 1 a.m., you're just pushing it, you're pushing the limit, right? And you're thinking, how am I going to get up in the morning? And then you've got your regular job or whatever it is that you're doing. You're thinking, I'm going to be tired. Well, hell yeah, you're going to be tired if you keep speaking like that. We've got to start speaking, this is one thing I've learned, we've got to start speaking about our next day the way we want it to look. And so if we get 5 hours sleep, man, I am grateful for those 5 hours. They're going to charge me up more than ever before. You know, I'm not thinking about tired thoughts. I'm not thinking, oh man, tomorrow's going to be a drag. So that's one. Then your alarm clock across the other side of the room, get up, brush your teeth, drink water, splash your face. Then I start so this is the actual ritual that I'm doing currently. It's continually molding. So I will spend 5 minutes in silence, and that's your meditation period. Starting the day purposefully silent, where I've never been a meditator, but clearing the thoughts that are constantly creeping in. These thoughts are like, this is what you got to do today. You got to read that email today. No. Just clear them out. Start perfectly silent. And this for me is 5:30 or 6 a.m. depending what day it is. Then I'll spend 5 minutes in my affirmations, which I just speak over who I want to be, who's the person I want to transform into, what are my goals for the year, what are my long-term goals, what do I want to change in my world, those types of things. Then visualize all of those goals, so powerfully visualizing those things. And I'm not saying just visualize and hope, I'm saying visualize and do the work. So visualizing, and then some exercise. You can do these in any order you want. He recommends like 20 or 30 minutes, but I'm not a morning exerciser, so I'll just do push-up, sit-up, squats, 30 of each, literally. And then I read. I read for 30 minutes of the day. And then yet to add journaling, but that's on the list. And all of that compacted into an hour. So very short and sharp. By the end of that, I'm ready to go. That's my thing at the moment. You don't have to read the book now.
We have another one from Twitter. Thank you to Adam Busby for submitting this one. What have you found more lucrative, client side or product side of your business?
Client side, currently. I'd love it to be product side in the long run. One thing about what I am doing currently is, this might be something that one person here needs to hear, is design is what I do. It's not who I am. Okay, and so it's not my end goal. It's just not. I love creating. Don't get me wrong. When I work with a client and we're bringing something to life, I love it. But it's not who I am. It's what I do. And so aside from that, there's so much more that I want out of life. In saying that, the client side is definitely the currently the moneymaker. The product side is building, and I want to continually build that. I love e-commerce and startup land and all of that stuff too, so that sort of stuff ticks me along. Cool question. Em?
So if that's not who you are, who is Ryan Bolt?
Oh, she's dropped it. I'm someone that loves people. I want to give my time to every single person that I can, that I come across. So I won't be on Instagram when I'm talking to you. I'll be giving you my time. I'll be listening. I'll be putting into you, because that's at the core of me. I resonate when I talk to people. I resonate when I hear stories. And when we have conversation, that's who I am. I love people.
Hi Ryan.
Hi.
I wanted to know what it is that you do day to day to help you to generate a sense of self-worth.
Yeah. So a lot of it is to do with that morning, just my morning routine that I do. The things that I've set in my affirmations that I speak over my world speaks of self-worth, that I know who I am, that, I'm going to put everything I have into what I do and then some. All of these things, it's literally written in my phone. Let me read the first, just to give you an idea. This comes from a book called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Anyone read that? Epic book. See. Here's the first bit. I know that I have the ability to achieve the object of my definite purpose in life. Therefore, I demand of myself persistent, continuous action towards its attainment, and I here and now promise to render such action. And that goes on. But speaking those things over my world, it takes a while. When you don't believe it, when you really don't believe it, you've got to take step one. And so for me, in the morning, repeating that stuff over my world is massive. Constantly drawing from others, reading, like I said at the start, the disclaimer, I don't know everything. I don't claim to know everything. Every day I learn more that I don't know. Read my Bible. A lot of you are like, ooh, that should have been the last one, taboo.
Hi Ryan.
Hey.
My question is, when you're in your creative process or you're in a blank canvas, that's the time when I'm most likely to try and procrastinate because I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Sure.
What things or what have you done to change to remove the things that you would normally, like Facebook for example, the thing that you go, I don't know what I'm supposed to do here.
Yeah.
I'm going to go on Facebook for 5 minutes
Yep.
because it's easier than trying to solve the problem. What do you do in that situation?
Everyone's giggling like it's true. One of my things this year was to become notification-less on my phone. And so Facebook app's gone, notifications on everything else that I still keep, Instagram, they're all off. Emails, even that's off. And so sometimes I miss an email that's, pretty deadline. And they're like, you didn't get my email. I'm like, sorry, man. Notifications for me was just like stealing my attention from everything. If my phone's on airplane, but if it buzzes, when you're talking to someone, boom, attention's gone. No doubt about it. You can deny it all you want. So whether that's putting your phone different, if you're talking about pen and paper, right? Canvas, blank canvas. Whatever. Could be on the computer. Depends if it's a client, man, you've got someone counting on you. You got to put the work in. You got to start. Just for me, the notifications was just mental. So I don't love Facebook for what it is like that, but I think it's an awesome marketing tool. I hate it for what it actually is. So for me, that's just a personal one that I won't go, just skimming newsfeed. I don't know, what's going on.
Did you switch that procrastination tool for something else, or did you try and find ways to just stop procrastinating?
Something that someone said to me is that we can make excuses or we can make progress, but we can't have both. And so that question about what excuses are you making, it's like, man, you got to figure that one out and just you got to get on that paper and do it. And some days we fail at it. Some days we're better at it, right? Yeah. Anything else you'd like to ask further on that? I don't know if it's helping. Yeah. Sometimes you just got to be real with ourselves. Man, I'm not being honest with who I am for this person, this job, or for the time that I've allocated to do this piece, or whatever it was. Yeah. Cool? Like it. Good questions.
In terms of burning out, like you're saying, keeping sane, how much time do you spend away from freelancing?
Awesome question. Yeah, I don't work 7 days a week. I do try and take off Saturday, Sunday, or like half Saturday, half Sunday, so away from freelancing. That's my time off. Most nights I'm working and that sort of stuff. But how do I refuel once I'm burnt out? Playing cricket, that's my thing. It's my birthday and I'll play cricket if I want to. I also, play music, so I'll drum or play guitar or whatever it is. I love nature. I'm a huge, just love being out in the wild. I'm so grateful that I live in Currumbin. If anyone's been there, I've got the valley 5 minutes away with rock pools. I've got Currumbin Alley with waves on the other side 5 minutes away. So for me to get out and refuel those types of things, either doing a hobby like, what I said, or just getting out in nature, it's just, incredible. Hope that's not cliche. It's just what I do.
We have another one from Twitter from Catherine. Are there any resources that you could recommend for design, books, sites, people, etc.?
The only book that I've had for design is called Know Your Onions. Can't remember the author, but if you check that out, that's more very technical aspects of setting up design because I didn't study this. I just fell into it and really don't know what I'm doing. I'm just drawing ladders. So that book just helped me with just setting out, okay, this is how you talk to a client. These are how you set up files and grids and a few things. In terms of other resources, it's just YouTube. Man, I've just YouTubed the heck out of design. And then friends. We've got Matt, Luke, Kyle, people here that do stuff that I dig, Zach, JC, people that I dig what they do, and I'm like, how do I do that? So I just try and reverse engineer how they do that stuff and YouTube and learn from people.
William asked, you reference your heritage a lot. How do you bring that into your practice?
Thank you. I just reference it more. I haven't designed really, in terms of design, I haven't really designed anything to do with Sri Lanka or anything like that. I'm also just give honour, that's my dad's side and mum's side's Australia, so I love where we are here and where we live, and I love the whole culture of Sri Lanka, but that's part of who I am, but it really doesn't come out into a design aspect. It might, but it's a tough one, yeah.
I'm not sure who this came from, but I'm sure they'll speak up. What brand of cricket bat do you use?
Oh yeah.
Angie.
First of all, who hates cricket?
Get out.
Be honest, that's cool. Hate? Okay, yeah, dislike, hate. Does anyone love cricket or doesn't mind a little bit of watching or playing backyard? Okay, cool. It's such a one-on-one question. I use an MRF Genius, which is the top of the line MRF bat that Sachin Tendulkar from India uses. And I'm Sri Lankan, but that's the...
What about a Gary Nichols?
Yeah. We'll have that conversation later. Michael.
At the beginning or partway through your talk, you talked about changing your habits. So maybe you're not a morning person, but you made yourself a morning person. What was your greatest challenge that you overcame to make yourself better, and what was the fuel to power that?
Well, yeah, I hated forcing myself to get up early. I hated reading, but I wanted what those things provided. So the why behind getting up early is that I feel like I can then attack the day and I haven't missed out on something. I haven't missed out on the hour that I could have been creating or the hour that I could have called someone or met someone. So it was like, man, if I'm not getting up early, I'm missing out. If I'm not reading, which I really disliked, I'm missing out on what's in those books. And then just, retraining the brain has helped me. Yeah, 6 out of 7 days enjoy those things.
how long did it take for your morning ritual to not become like a nuisance, so to speak, and difficult to do every day?
It's funny because Beyond has really challenged me to think about myself and what's next. And it's just caused this real cloud in my brain that's been a struggle this week to get up. That's just the honest truth. So a few practical things, which is like alarm clock across the room, a crockery across the room, those sorts of things have been practical elements. But like I said, I've been on this journey for about 3 years. So it's just doing it. You just got to get up. If that's what you want, if you want something out of it, like I said at the start, what do you want and why? I wanted to make the most of my day, so I had to do it. Yeah.
Question from Anwin submitted via Twitter is, what's the biggest mistake you've made career-wise?
I don't dwell on it too much. I just keep moving forward. Last year, started a brand with my mate and then I sold it to him. Was that the biggest mistake? I don't know. Is that the next City Beach or Billabong or whatever the brand is? I don't know. I just move forward because there's more things that I want to achieve. So like I said at the start, sometimes it's good to look back because it propels you towards the future sometimes. But if we're doing it too much and dwelling on those mistakes, it's really robbing us of time that we could be really pushing forward. It's good to learn. That's how we learn, but got to move forward.
Hey.
Hey.
How long ago did you do your affirmations, and how long does it take before you believe it?
Yeah. Great question. Where are you from?
Here. Gold Coast?
You say Kira?
No.
Here. Just here. Okay. Your accent?
Yeah. I traveled, and
Cool.
I guess.
That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
Sweet. That affirmation that I started reading, I've been reading the same one because I relate to it so strongly. And it's been 3 years or so. Maybe more, I really don't know. But it's every day, and I'll fall out of a rut. But till I started believing, as soon as I read it, I'm like, that's what I want. I want to have self-confidence. I want to truly believe that what I'm dreaming for, I can do. So just started reading. Just do it morning, and I do it in front of the mirror. You might think that's weird. Study that I heard on depression. They had a whole bunch of young people on depression. They had two cohorts. They had one cohort stand in front of the mirror, or both stand in front of the mirror every day when they got up for however X time it was. One they just told to smile at themselves. The other they just said, look in the mirror. And the results were obvious just by smiling in the mirror every day at themselves, looking yourself in the eye. There's something powerful about it. It's challenging. If you haven't done it, it's challenging. It's like, whoa, who's that ugly fella? But if you can do it and you look just deep into who you are, and you can really, you can kickstart a real confidence. So reading that stuff in the mirror daily, it's just, presenting it to myself. Yeah, it's taken time, but I don't know, it's just got to do these things. I don't know the answer of how long it's going to take Matt, how long it's going to take you, how long it's going to take you. It's different for everyone. Could be quick, could be the first time and you're like, I'm on fire. I don't need to read it again. But I bet you do.
Got another one over here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, thanks. So I think when I hear Beyond, I automatically start thinking about what's next.
Yeah.
So what's next for you, either professionally, creatively, or personally?
Awesome question. Like I said, this is writing up this, sort of presentation. It started to cloud my thinking, and maybe that's because I was looking back too much, right? So I'm in a transition period. Currently, doing my design stuff, my personal brand, etc. design. I love e-commerce, and I've got a passion for business and just creating. So I feel like in the future, there's plenty of businesses that I want to start. I've got a few ideas, but I want to really push that boundary. Unsure or uncertain what that looks like just yet. And then I also spend 1 day a week, I oversee a bunch of our teams within our church. And so my week is split at the moment in 3 different categories. But that has formed another problem that I probably need to simplify some things. So I don't know what's next. Right now. Last week I did. Thanks, JC. Sorry.
All right, there you
Good.
go. So, on the back of that, who for you comes to mind when you think of the word successful?
Oh man, I've got this picture right in front of behind my computer, and I've got the likes of people that I've looked up to for the longest time: Ali, Denzel Washington, Tony Robbins, Arnie Schwarzenegger, Will Smith, Chris Eubank, who's a boxer, Dr. Dre, all sorts of people that I find a lot of them have come through some severe struggle to get to where they are. And so to me, that's success, when you can overcome adversity to really get to where you are and know who you are. I think that's the goal of it. Just end of last year was my 10-year school reunion. I was like, I don't communicate with any of these people, so there's no point to go, but I thought I'll do the adult thing and go along. And then I started thinking, this is a real opportunity to find out all these people that we've just spent 10 years apart, after spending 12 years together, who in 10 years after leaving school knows who they are. And I didn't ask that question, do you know who you are? We have a beer and start conversing, and then you start just finding out what they've done for the last years, and do they feel confident in who they are, or do they feel, all of us feel insecure on some level, but are they robbed of that and not, challenging? So I believe success is continually challenging ourselves. And when you have to overcome serious adversity, like you look at Arnold Schwarzenegger and what he had to go through, it's like, man, how did you end up, the Governator? Yeah.
We have another one from Twitter, thanks to Mike Healy. Do you try to do one thing, one project at a time and focus, or are you divided?
That's my goal. I believe Tim Ferriss, he's another one. You guys can quote me. Does he say about spending 2 hours, giving 2 hours to something if you're going to do it? Might be someone else that I've been listening to recently, but giving something a serious block of time and blocking out the rest, that's my honest intention. Those types of notifications that come my way, or knocking on the door or the phone ringing, interrupt that. And it's easy when you're working on lots of different stuff, very different to each other, to get excited about different stuff, but I try my best to stay on target. Stay on target, Star Wars.
How do you see yourself in the future, in your career? Like, what is your dream in the future?
I'm working it out. You guys are putting pressure on me tonight. I wish I had the answer. There's so much to it. I thought a graphic design business, was my thing. I thought the bands was my thing. So I'm continually working that out. I feel like, if you listen to Gary Vee, he wants to buy the New York Jets. And so he believes in macro patience and micro speed. So my macro level is, sure, I want to have a lifestyle where I can give time to my family and spend that, with them. That's sort of my ultimate goal. If I can be content with the people that I have around me and live life full with them, without having to owe somebody or have to give my time to somebody, that would be my ultimate goal. What that looks like yet, I'm not sure. Yeah.
We are running out of time, so just
Awesome.
one more question. If anyone has it, throw your hand up and I'll leave. Just say it.
What age do you see yourself retiring?
Ooh. I actually think it's a trick. I think it's a loaded question because
Retiring from fee for service, work.
I really think it's a loaded question because a lot of the crew, a lot of the friends that I've just recently been getting in my world are 60, 70, and we've got long-time friends that are 80s. Man, they inspire me. They're retired, but man, they are working still. If they were sitting on their ass, having all the time and cups of tea that they liked, they wouldn't be half the people that they are. I've never seen people work harder at that age. So I don't see myself retiring from a monetary fee.
Let me rephrase.
Yeah?
What age do you want to be at before you can be like that?
Man, I'd take that today. But we need something to drive us. Man, if all of us here had all the money in the world to do what we want, we would find no purpose, I can promise you. And not in terms of money, but because we've got a job on earth to fulfill. We've got a a dream to fulfill. And if we're just sitting around like this is the dream, it's going to get very boring very, very quickly. So yeah, if I could do that tomorrow, would I take it and sit around and, I don't know, probably not. Got to keep working. And that doesn't mean just working for the man or working for my business or whatever. It might be helping someone move house. You know, it might be helping out an orphanage that I partner with in India, working there, you know, whatever it is. Being a dad, that's work. Being a mum, like, yeah, serving a purpose. I think retirement gets looked at all like, you know, the way it's portrayed now with all the young people making all the money and, you know, having this cool lifestyle. It just seems like that's the goal, but it's so much more than that. Yeah. Serving people, loving people, that's a job. Daily. Yeah?
Thanks, Ryan.
Cool.
Awesome.
Thank
Round
you.
of applause for Ryan Bowles.
Cheers, bro. Thank you.